This is life around Marble Mountain, where I was stationed in 1969 with the 245th Aviation Company. This is beautiful Marble Mountain, south of our airfield. And then one morning I had this captain comes on me and says, "Sergeant Bloom, let's go have some fun." So we kind of strapped in the aircraft and flew out to an area where there was a machine gunner that used to shoot at us every time we'd fly over. So we flew over the sky low and slow, and sure enough, he started shooting at us. The pilot radioed to the FAC that was up at about 3,500 feet above us and says, "Did you guys see that?" He says, "Yeah, I did." He says, "Get out of the way, Red Eye." Says, "We'll show you something here." And so here comes this jet in and dropped all these 500-pound bombs right on this little machine gunner. And that's the last time we ever fired at from that particular point. They actually dropped 18 500-pound bombs on there and just annihilated that hill. This is coming back into Marble Mountain for a landing, heading to the south, and landing and then taxiing down our taxiway and back to the good old Marble Mountain. I was lucky enough to spend 2 years at Marble Mountain, once with the 245th and once with the 131st. Both times assigned to the 245th, to the 212th Aviation Battalion. Here are the trains that were every morning. The little old Papa San come in and he burned all the human waste. And if you haven't smelled human waste burning in the morning right after breakfast, you just haven't lived. That was our showers and our NCO swimming pool. And here's a picture inside of our bunkers that we try every time a mortar attack would come in. We would head for these bunkers and usually spend the whole night. Charlie knew comfortable in there, hot, mosquitoes, and we would spend the night uncomfortably and not get much sleep. Here's a picture of me in my camouflage flight suit and after I'm 87. And then after I'm 87, I got an R&R, a 3-day R&R in country to Vung Tau. And this is going down to Vung Tau to the R&R Center and trying to see if I could drink all the cold beer and meet all the beautiful ladies from Vung Tau that I'd heard of from Vung Tau. This is some of the area downtown. And I stayed one night at the Grand Hotel and had a lobster dinner and just basically had a good time in Vung Tau. Vung Tau was a beautiful city, and the 73rd Aviation was assigned down there, and they had the Mohawks with the 73rd Surveillance Aircraft Company. Here's some of the street views, where we stayed at for the R&R Center when we weren't off drinking and carousing with the local bar girls. Vung Tau was a beautiful city, and I enjoyed going down there for 3 days, but I was kind of glad to get back to Marble Mountain and the good Army chow and companionship of all of our TOs and we had there in our unit. The 245th was a good unit. We never had an accident all the time we were there, and we had a good safety record and didn't lose any aircraft the year while I was there, although they did lose a couple aircraft before I got there, I guess. And that's the end of our